Imagine that the key to rekindling your energy, improving circulation, and rediscovering that intimate vitality you thought was lost isn't found in a pill box or a medical prescription, but in a spice so small it fits comfortably on your fingertip. It may seem incredible, yet such a simple and natural remedy can awaken blood flow in less than a minute, restoring vigor and strength to those who thought they had left them in the past. We're not talking about medicines, artificial solutions, or misleading advertisements. The answer comes from nature in its pure, discreet, powerful, and often overlooked form. And it's not a hypothesis. Many men over 60 have already experienced how this spice can restore their energy, smoother circulation, and even new confidence in their intimate lives. In this journey, I will guide you through 10 fundamental truths every man should know: why erections tend to weaken after 60, what hidden obstacles prevent blood from flowing freely, and how a small daily habit can help reestablish hormonal balance, energy, and restful sleep. I'll show you the exact, simple, and quick 60-second method, the best times of day to do it, and the results you can expect after 1 week, 2 weeks, and 1 month. Health and vitality haven't disappeared. They are just waiting to be reactivated. If you want to support this journey with me, I invite you to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell icon. And write this short phrase in the comments as a personal commitment: I'm taking back my energy. To understand the solution, we must first look at the real problem. If you've noticed that your erection is less vigorous, less consistent, or even absent compared to a few years ago, know that it's not simply due to age, and above all, it's not an irreversible condemnation. The reason is very clear and, most importantly, modifiable. After 60, the blood vessels that supply blood to the genital organs begin to stiffen and narrow. These are extremely thin capillaries, finer than a hair. Every small inflammatory process, continuous stress, or suboptimal circulation year after year contributes to making them increasingly narrow. The result doesn't appear suddenly. Erections don't disappear overnight, but weaken slowly, dragging down confidence and self-esteem with them. The good news is that this process can be slowed down and reversed. It's not permanent, it's not without remedy, and above all, it's not your fault. Your body still retains the ability to react, to respond, to produce strength. It's just waiting for the right stimulus to reactivate circulation. But it's not just a physical matter. Hormones also play a fundamental role, and among the main enemies of male vitality after 60 is chronic stress. When the body is constantly under pressure, it produces large quantities of cortisol, the so-called fight or flight hormone. Unfortunately, cortisol and testosterone are in direct conflict. When one rises, the other falls. That's why an apparently healthy man can feel low on energy, emotionally drained, and disconnected from his life if stress takes over. A surprising aspect that almost no one considers is that one of the hidden sources of inflammation and stress is right in the mouth. Inflamed gums release bacteria that enter the bloodstream and trigger a silent inflammatory cascade, which eventually affects those delicate capillaries responsible for erection. So, how can all this be counteracted? With a simple, accessible remedy that has accompanied human history for centuries: cloves. This spice, used by ancient warriors before battle and by men before intimate moments, was considered a symbol of vigor and endurance. Today, science confirms what tradition had already intuited. Hidden within the clove is a precious compound, eugenol. Eugenol is the substance that gives cloves their strong, spicy aroma, but above all, it acts as a natural vasodilator. It helps blood vessels relax and open, promoting better blood flow. Not only that, but cloves also contain beta-caryophyllene, an agent that interacts with specific brain receptors dedicated to relaxation and emotional stability. In this way, it helps reduce cortisol, creating the perfect environment for testosterone to work at its best. It's a surprising combination. On one hand, eugenol opens the pathways for blood, and on the other, beta-caryophyllene calms the mind and restores balance. Exactly the opposite of the mechanism that leads to the weakening of erections. And it's the speed with which all this acts that is truly surprising. The so-called 60-second clove ritual is a gesture anyone can integrate into their daily life. No drugs, medical prescriptions, or endless waiting are needed. You just need 2 or 3 whole cloves, not powdered or oiled. The process is simple. Place the cloves in your mouth and bite them lightly until you feel them break. For the first 30 seconds, do not chew. Let the essential oils release and mix with your saliva. This way, eugenol is absorbed directly by the oral mucous membranes, passing immediately into the blood without hours of waiting as with pills. After 30 seconds, start chewing slowly for another 30 seconds. Every drop of oil is thus released. At that point, you can decide whether to swallow the remains or spit them out. The active ingredients have already begun their work. In just 1 minute, in the heart of your kitchen, you can perform a ritual capable of promoting circulation, inner calm, and confidence. The time to do it is equally important. The two ideal situations are 1 hour before going to bed. This is when the body naturally lowers blood pressure and prepares for nocturnal hormonal recovery. Cloves facilitate deeper and more continuous sleep, precisely the condition in which testosterone is produced. In the morning on an empty stomach, in this case, the effect is stimulating and awakening. Circulation reactivates, the mind clears from morning fog, and the day begins with greater clarity. Many men also choose to perform this ritual before physical activity or intimate moments, almost like a startup for the body, a quick, natural, and effective preparation. And what can one truly expect who adopts this practice? After 7 days, most notice a subtle but perceptible change, a feeling of lightness in the chest, a slight warmth in the lower body. Sleep becomes a little deeper, waking up less heavy. It's not a dramatic change, but a foundation being built. After 14 days, progress accelerates. Many notice greater mental clarity, a more stable mood, and an easier ability to face the day. In some cases, spontaneous or morning erections, which seem to have vanished, reappear. Confidence grows not only in the sexual sphere, but in the very way of being in the world. After 30 days, the benefits become consolidated. Circulation is more vigorous, erections more consistent and lasting. Sleep is deep and regenerating, stress is better managed. It's as if the body and mind rediscover a forgotten harmony. What truly makes the clove ritual special is not just the immediate benefit to circulation, but the transformation it initiates within you. After 30 days of consistency, many men describe not only a return of physical strength, but also mental and emotional presence. It's as if vitality isn't limited to the body, but involves the whole person. Because when you feel strong again, confidence resurfaces, relationships change, self belief once again guides every choice. And this is not just a return to youth, it is an awakening of authentic vitality, which has no age. It's the possibility of living your daily life more fully, knowing that you are not at all broken or compromised, but simply disconnected from your natural potential. To further enhance the effects of cloves, there are some simple and very effective complementary strategies. Let's look at them together. Pairing with honey. A teaspoon of pure honey, especially organic and untreated, can become a precious ally. It contains a mineral, boron, associated with the regulation of testosterone production. Furthermore, honey helps stabilize blood sugar, an often overlooked but crucial factor for hormonal health. The clove-honey pairing creates a synergy that enhances the benefits of both. The first stimulates circulation and lowers cortisol. The second supports hormonal balance and offers natural energy. A light walk after the ritual. Dedicating just 10 minutes to a morning walk immediately after chewing cloves amplifies the effect of eugenol. Physical movement promotes the distribution of oxygenated blood throughout the body, reaching every cell more quickly. No intense effort is needed. The pace should be fluid, natural, rhythmic. It is sufficient to support circulation and enhance the result. Deep breathing. While chewing the cloves, you can practice a simple breathing technique called box breathing. Inhale through the nose, counting to 4, hold for 2 seconds, then exhale slowly through the mouth, counting to 6. This practice stimulates the parasympathetic system, the part of the nervous system that promotes calm and relaxation. The result? The body absorbs and utilizes the active compounds of the clove even more effectively. Product quality. An often underestimated detail is the choice of cloves. Freshness is fundamental. The more intense their scent, the higher the concentration of essential oils. If the aroma is weak, it means they have lost some of their properties. For this reason, it is always preferable to choose good quality products, preferably organic. With these simple precautions, the daily ritual becomes not only a natural gesture, but a true health strategy that works on multiple fronts: circulation, hormonal balance, stress management, and sleep quality. Many men report having spontaneously rediscovered not only a more vigorous erection, but also deeper sleep, a clearer mind, and a calmer attitude. This is because body and psyche are connected by subtle threads. When circulation improves and cortisol lowers, the entire organism breathes better. That's why we can say that cloves don't just act on the body, but awaken the spirit. They give you back the feeling of being fully present in your life again. Consolidating this result, however, also means cultivating certain daily habits. There's no need to completely overhaul your life, but it's useful to make small adjustments. Reduce excessive consumption of simple sugars, which increase inflammation and promote hormonal imbalance. Limit alcohol and smoking, declared enemies of circulation and testosterone production. Maintain a minimum level of constant physical activity, even with short exercises or walks. Learn relaxation techniques such as meditation or simply a few minutes of conscious breathing a day. In this way, the small clove ritual becomes the center of a virtuous circle that involves the entire body. And this is precisely the power of nature, a tiny spice with centuries of history behind it, capable of transforming into a powerful signal to reactivate functions that seemed dormant. Think for a moment about what that means. Just 1 minute a day, a simple gesture, and your body receives the message that it's time to rediscover strength, clarity, and vitality. This means moving beyond resignation and becoming the protagonist of your health again. Every personal experience will be unique, but the trajectory that most men describe is surprisingly similar. From the small initial awakening to the return of confidence to a true consolidation of vitality. It's not magic, it's biology. It's the body returning to function as it should, stimulated by natural help. And the benefit goes beyond intimacy. It reflects in daily energy, in how you approach relationships, in the ability to make decisions with greater clarity. Because when you feel strong and stable, everything in life takes on a different light. Don't forget that the journey doesn't end in 30 days. The ritual can become an integral part of your routine, a habit that accompanies and supports your long term health. And every extra day you practice it strengthens the bond between body and mind. Many men say they started out of curiosity and continued out of gratitude because they saw the transformation with their own eyes. And the transformation is not limited to the physical, but becomes a personal redemption. So never underestimate the power of what seems small. A clove may be tiny, but it holds within it a powerful message that your energy hasn't disappeared. It's simply waiting to be awakened. If you found this content useful, remember to subscribe to the channel, activate the bell icon, and leave a like. And if you wish to further support this project, you can do so with a super thanks below the video. Your support helps us continue to share valuable information for health and well-being. Your strength is not a distant memory. It is within you, ready to reemerge. 1 minute, one gesture, one clove. That's all it takes to find your way back to energy, confidence, and vitality.